Hey, what's up, all you amazing geeks and gamers? My name is Brian Donahue, and I am your one-legged GM. Today, we are doing yet another Sunday afternoon. We are doing a one-legged GM layout and design featuring, well, me. Sorry. Today, we are going to be still working on, it's a big project. We're going to be working on Legends and Lairs 2 with um with good. That's good to hear that we actually have sound today. I remembered to click the stupid button to keep my mic on. Um anyways. We're gonna be working with DM Lairs and Legends 2, because it's a big project, like probably 800 pages worth of content. Which, speaking of which, I'm going to very quickly post a link before I forget in the chat, and I'll post one later. I'll try to remember to post one later as well. But if you want to pre-order it on BackerKit, I'm always up for. His stuff is really good if I can. It helps if I hit the right buttons. Of course, it did not work. Yeah, all right. Let's see if I can do this before I jump into that. Let's see here. Yeah, that's not working. Why is that not working? Copy. Apparently my keyboard shortcuts are not working. There we go. That would be the official link to the Backer Kit pre-order kit. So you can check out all the coolness yourself. It's actually a really cool project. I'm really enjoying working on it. And you guys will get to see some of the cool stuff today. Hopefully we get along fairly decently in the next couple hours. This is actually going together better than I thought. So without any further ado, I really have to come up with a cooler saying than that. But anyways, as of today, as usual with our one-legged layout design, I'm going to be doing design work. I will try to respond to your chats in the chat, but I'm also going to be babbling most of the time, and we're going to try to listen to some music that doesn't get us muted or copyright struck. So I'm using a service that is supposed to have YouTube and Twitch DRM-free music that I pay for. Last time, one of the last songs that actually was in there, very, very faint, apparently hit got Twitch's ire, and we got partially muted. The funny part is that I went back and I peeled it, and they unmuted that section. But it's weird, life goes on at this point. So, with all that being said, let's jump into the design stuff, and away we go. Alrighty. Oh, that's louder in my head. If it's too loud for you, let me know. If it's annoying, let me know. Again, we're doing the chill EDM, which was kind of cool last time. If it's not loud enough, let me know. I will try to keep an eye on the chat as we go. One of these days I'm going to figure out how to break stuff out so that I can look at it. But all that being said, we are in the middle of laying out part of this. I'm going to go back a little bit so you can see some of the layouts we've been doing. We are now into the second part, which is actually 3-part adventure arcs. So we're starting the third part of the first adventure arc here. To do so, now, one of the cool things about this project, and I talked about it before, is that everything has to be CMYK because of the way print works. Cyan, magenta, yellow, and black, which they use cyan, not blue, so I don't know why they couldn't have used B for black, but whatever. that is the typical 4-color print process where they lay down each additional color. It makes up all the colors of the spectrum. As opposed to like digital or inkjet printers, which use RGB, red, green, blue, and various formulations thereof to get all the other colors. Those are the two types of color files. Print requires CMYK. So we always go to CMYK. Oops, wrong one. See, here I am chatting with you, and I completely grabbed the wrong artwork. So every time we do one of these, we start with full page art. InDesign, don't play this way today. If you're a Mac user, the spinning beach ball annoys you, like me. Where did that go? Okay, fine. Did it actually show up? No. It's weird. Oh, there it is. Ooh, good. It's a good way to start off, you know? Get all the problems out. Naked angel butt, what can I say? Not my artwork. Not that it's not good artwork, it's great artwork, but it's not my artwork. Anyways. And by the way, if you're streaming, if you're listening to the stream, pop in, say hi at least, because that does help the numbers for all of our individual streamers. Or for all of our individual chatters, sorry. As always, Danielle, you're amazing to be on. That's Mage Kyla. They're an awesome moderator and put up with a lot of me in doing so, which I really appreciate. Also makes an amazing Sasquatch when doing a live stream or doing an actual play. And rumor has it they will be running they will actually be GMing an actual play coming up, if I can talk them into it. So, not to throw you under the bus, Danielle, but, you know, you volunteered. I'm just saying. So first what we do is we place this, our art, I use a particular program called WordsFlow. That's so wide. WordsFlow basically takes formatted text in Microsoft Word and oh, that's awesome. I'm terrified now. But WordsFlow basically takes formatted Microsoft Word documents and places it and translates it into InDesign very specifically, which is a fantastic feature. Oh, of course I didn't. Hang on a second. Let me switch back to that while I look up my stupid where's my WordsFlow license literally just ran out a week ago. Apparently I haven't used it on this computer. I use it on my laptop all the time. If I can find the freaking no. Why is it not there? There we go. Find the stupid license key. Oy vey. All right, I think I'm done with you. Okay. Now that I'm back to that, I can transition back to this so that you guys can see me again. Yes, Danielle, you are absolutely correct. We will absolutely do all the bad things to ourselves as we do this. So with WordsFlow, what you see here is I have very carefully set up how it interprets the word styles into InDesign styles. And so most of it comes across correctly. I still have to do a couple little things. But as opposed to going in and setting styles by hand, all that fun stuff, I don't. This saves far more time than you would think. Cool thing about this project is that I don't have to do the artwork for it. They're providing, Luke and team are providing all the artwork for it. The one little bit that I do have to provide, you'll see here as I go through and actually and put the little finicky touches in the back, and you'll see what I mean by that here momentarily. So my job is just to kind of make it look good, or as good as possible, by having set up all this stuff originally. And I've got a little bit more freedom than with my normal monthly stuff because it is actually a layout instead of just single pages. So I can do some crossing over between the pages. All right. So we've got that. And I also have to look out for little things like this crap here, which gets interpreted badly. You are... Oh, come on. Seriously. There we go. These are all these little itty-bitty touches. And if you are a careful observer, you'll see that actually a lot of this has changed from the way it's set up in the monthly projects that we do. It's a very different setup. Going from working on a little bitty screen laptop, what's it? 15-inch, I think, to 27 and 28. Insert joke about size mattering here, I guess. But the difference is, let's just lean into it, a sight to behold. Look, if you didn't want puns from me, a dad, gamer, and former pastor, you're in trouble. Because you're going to get puns. All the puns. All the time. Stick the map here. Oh, I forgot. I gotta add. So when I am given the artwork, I have a map, a full page for just before the thing starts. I have a bust, basically, of a character, and I have half-page artwork. Correct, but let's set little bit of a leading around it, and what that does is allows me to insert it somewhere. Without hopefully screwing up too much. It's a bit smaller. And now I gotta figure out how to make it look better. So this is where we get fun. That's ugly. So when you tell InDesign to do something funky with an outline around it, it actually creates. If you've used Photoshop before, you'll be aware of the pen tool, which is what that is. The pen tool basically is a mathematical tool that does kind of straight lines and curves, but in a mathematically correct vector format. Allows you to place curves around things. That's an interesting change. But that means that if you've got a weird spot like this, you end up Yeah, that kind of struck me too. Or Christopher Lambert in any of his roles. But yes, the Highlander with the slick back stuff. Let's see here. Just a little bit. Oh, that's what I was going to do. Now let's go ahead and insert the map. For the map, and yes, I'm internally singing the Dora map song in my head because I have kids. We have a map background, which looks a little something like that. I have to take the map, CMYK, of course. That was bad. Start there. To about there. Get it out. And that's the map for this one adventure. I tell you, Luke has some amazing artists and map makers on tap. He's really worked hard to find the good ones. So now we make stuff correct. Looks like we got an ad break coming. Let's just let that one run. About 5 minutes, so that's fine. It's one big ad break every hour, so it's 30 minutes in. We'll do about a 3-minute ad break, and we'll be free for an hour, and then we'll do another 30-minute ad break, or a 3-minute ad break. So I kind of like that for these. We'll see how they work for the actual plays and stuff. But anyways, now let's see here. Theoretically, I'm seeing it real time, but who knows? Oh, I don't like that. It's ugly. Oh, it's a short one. Interesting. Okay, so Pretzel is broken because I told it very explicitly. Instrumental. I'm hearing words. Whatever. And I told it to not play adult. Really kind of hoping you guys aren't hearing the words.
Seduction is haunting my dreams. Yearning to act on these debauching schemes.
So when we go on the ad break in about 2 minutes, I'm going to just keep working. Because I'm on a deadline too. And we'll pick up as soon as we are back. Obviously. Yeah, the voice sounds very very 80s, or no, I'm sorry, early 90s Madonna like. But I'm kind of glad you can't make out the words.
Devours
It's very low, but it's also not
the strongest sickness.
kid friendly,
They
shall we
coerce
say?
devours. They coerce.
So my choice as a designer is I always have to figure out where to put freaking, with these I've got to figure out where to put the half page artwork that doesn't screw up flow.
They coerced.
And that's always a challenge. Now, it looks like I'm going to lose you guys in about 20 seconds, theoretically. Who knows if that actually will happen? And I will see you folks on the flip side of the ad. I can't tell. Are we actually in an ad? Nothing popped up. No, we're still live. Okay, whatever. It says ad starting soon. I don't know. I just don't know. So, whatever. What I need to do is I just need to start. And now we're in an ad. Maybe. Nope, maybe not. Okay. All right. Looks like I'm still live on the site. I don't know. Okay. Cool. Well, that's probably why I'm not seeing the end. I'm going to keep working through it. I guess we'll figure out. Since it's literally just you and I in here, what I need to do is, Danielle, is what I need to do is just run a 3-minute ad or a 1.5-minute ad or whatever when we want them to run, and not let the system auto program it so that we know when we're actually in ad. Do you happen to know if, first of all, if the ads actually show up in the recordings, or, you know what, I probably ought to figure that out. Here I am rambling to Danielle and I both, because when this exports to YouTube, I probably ought to figure out if it's actually just dead air or an ad, or they record it and run it all the way through, and just have us gibber yabbering for what, 3 minutes basically. Maybe I ought to figure that one out. Let's see here. Where am I going to put a half page on? Or half page image? Let's do that. See what this does to break it. Yeah, absolutely. The schedule I set up last time, yes, it's right at 30 minutes, so it's easy to find. Schedule I set up last time did that. I just realized I don't have any space on the screen for the stream chat, which means when it gets booted over to YouTube, the chat won't play. Interesting. I never thought about that. So, all right, I have to think about that too. Not that I don't appreciate the affiliate link, but it has complicated things a bit more. I will say that. And made things better. There's some lovely undead artwork for you. That's true. Yes, I am kind of reading aloud your chats and everything. And maybe I just need to do that because, well, frankly, I'm just, again, rambling here. Looks like, are we maybe back out of the ad? If so, let me know. Because, I don't know. Let's see. Push that there. Might actually work. Whee! Cool. Danielle, your chat says yes. We're ACK. I feel that way. I feel that. Just saying. There. Wow, that kind of worked. I need to do. There we go. All right, so good timing on the ad, though. Now that I've done most of the layout stuff for the text, now I have to go back in and fill all these giant gaps. Is very difficult. Is very, very difficult for me to not make double entendres and puns and dirty jokes at times like this. Because anyways, so I have a bunch of artwork that I've set aside. And it's really interesting because it is very specifically set aside. Wrong one. Too far. So it's set aside for me to do this creatively. We're using the same small bits of artwork in different ways on the in this to make it interesting. So, for instance, let's do. Nope, not you. Not you. I want you. Yeah, I know it looks goofy now. This is a process. It's down about there. It's up to about here. Make this transparent. Down, and I gotta add something else. That's a big gap for nothing. Let's drop. Drop one of our infinities here. sorry, the melody here that they're playing sounds like the guitar riff, way slowed down, of course, from AC/DC. Just struck me as odd. Let's do. Kind of like that. All right, that's fine. A little bit of something there. Flip it. Okay. Mute it. Gradient. It's perfect. All right, cool. See, it's just the little itty bitty spots like this that make it, that need to be interesting for that. Oh, you need to go. What do I want here? I can do that. Okay. Let's do that. Yeah. Which is why we do all of these touches to make it more interesting. I know it looks like I'm covering it up, but I'm not. Once I send this to the back, oops, first. Send to back. Let's add something else. Haven't used any of these yet for this chapter. Just the lightest of touches breaks it up, makes it a little bit less boring. We've got that spot left. Cool. We choose a different watermark. Drilling on and off the page. If you're wondering, by the way, this line, this outer line is actually what we call a bleed in printing. So the printing actually goes past the edge of the page, so that when they cut it, the color goes all the way to the end of the page. The edge of the page, anyways. So this outline is the outside of the page. This is our bleed line here. And then I've got these markers set up to as our text guides, basically. parent, favorite multiply. You, gradient feather, not from there. We want from, other way. There. What's funny is all of these little looks, like I've used each watermark type over and over throughout this page, or throughout this book. But as long as they get used a little bit differently every time, it's not nearly as noticeable. So in effect, we're using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, probably 8, 9 different bits and bobs throughout a 400-page book. And we'll flip them color-wise for the next 400-page book. But as long as I'm keeping them interesting, placement, shape, variations, etc., then everything stays happy. That's just some of the things you think about as a graphic designer. How can I make this look good and interesting and not the same all the time? There we go. All right, so this chapter is done. I gotta get rid of the extra page down here. And congrats, that is part 3 of a 3-part arc, adventure arc. Next arc. Do this, and I have already gone through and created. So these back here, these are called parent pages, which sets the title of the chapter, the part, the page numbers, all that stuff. Those are called parent pages. So we want to apply a specific parent to these pages. I've gone through and already set up all of the parent pages through where I'm at. So now we're just going to apply that here. For these little bits, I don't have artwork yet for that, for the left page. So we will just do, before I do that, I forgot. I have other stuff to do. So we're on the Madness of the Deep here. This is cool artwork. Love the artwork. I just have to change it to, every one of these pieces of artwork have to change to a CMYK. So the reason that's important, by the way, not only is that what that's printed to, but if we sent this to the printer with RGB artwork, then we're trusting the printer to get the colors right on the back end, which means they'll run it through their automated process, and we don't get to see that until the changes are made. So we'd rather see that up front and then know whether or not the colors look good or if we have to make changes to them. So we're going to save this as a copy. Page, yep. And as I'm doing this, I just simply make a copy and label it CMYK to let myself know that it is actually CMYK. So now I've done that, let's go ahead. Words flow. La-di-da-di-da-da-da. To be fair, if it was simple, everybody could do it, and then I'd be, well, not doing it and not getting paid. Yes, I know I have 300. Thank you for that useless warning. Hey, they actually did that right. Good. This is where it gets interesting because this is definitely, oh my gosh, that's so not even close. Come on, keep going. I can do adventures. There we go. Not even as much text as last time. Dang it. Okay. Now we went to about 7.25. Cool. It's important to get kind of these details right because you're expecting a professional. I should see if that's a JPEG. It's smaller. That's interesting. Not that same size. Push in, which is okay. For this, I'm doing something interesting with those. I think I'm going to use the same watermark. A little bit bigger this time. We have the room. So to your point, Danielle, if it was all much more simple, you wouldn't have near the diversity in the output that we have now, where stuff can either look really good or really bad or somewhere in between. And when you can't do either really good or really bad, you end up with mediocre on both, or on all. That I'm firmly convinced of. That's close enough. Let's then add our short run. Go. And if you're wondering, I actually can't scroll down anymore because I'm at the last page and there's only so much page they give. But as soon as I add more pages, which I'm going to do, I can now clean up this. Pull it all the way up to the page. That's what I need to do with that. doesn't seem like much, but just these little touches are the difference between something that looks really, really good and something that sucks. It's amazing, just the little differences. Apply parent pages. This is going to be Eclivian's Enclave. Graphics. Picture arts. And some of the deep Eclivians. Start with the map. This in Photoshop will do the fun CMYK process here. That's a cool map. Seriously, I gotta get some of his map maker names. They are really, really cool. Genuinely dig it. Wonder what kind of brush pack he got for that. You can tell, or if this map maker actually did their own brushes, but I doubt it. Either way, it's a cool map. Maybe something we need to look into. Sorry, sidetrack. No, I'm not. Never mind. I don't remember if I. Yeah, exactly. And I've noticed. Again, the folks that Luke works with are amazing. He's picked the right artists, and that's hard to do. It's legitimately a lot of trial and error to find artists that you trust, that are good, and that will actually perform on time, and then also have a decent pay scale. Ask me how I know all that. I've done that before. A lot. So, knowing artwork. Half page. Full page. Photoshop. Alright, so this is a half page, so we get to crop it, kind of. Now the interesting thing is CMYK, normally I would create what's called a PNG for this, which is has a possibility of a transparent background, but PNG is only RGB compatible, so if we did it in PNG, it'll have to be converted by the printer, and it gets ugly and funky and weird. InDesign allows you to import PSDs or Photoshop files directly. So if I flatten them out, I can have the transparency, which is what all those files are. So I can still have the transparency I want. It's just a larger file, which sucks on the back end, but at least I get to do the transparent images. Profile, file, save a copy. This is a Photoshop crap. Got to apply the layer mask. But when you're doing Photoshop files directly, you really want to make sure the Photoshop file is as flat as possible. That makes it as small as possible. the larger the file you have in InDesign, the goofier InDesign can make with it. And so you really do want to have smaller files, if at all possible. Now, see, if I save this as JPEG right here, it would fill in that transparent background at the very top with white, or whatever I set the thing to be. That's why I have to save it in native Photoshop. Because the white won't help us. Really won't help us with that. Cool artwork. This is a full page art. There we go. Just a little bit more light. Oops. Next time I actually do profile. Now I can save it. Because it's a flat file, I can save it as a JPEG, just smaller. Copy CMYK JPEG. Cool. Bye-bye. Come on, do it. Really, InDesign? Really? It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, where are we at? Wow. Only been doing this for an hour. We're actually making good time. Whee! Very cool. Yeah. Well, and last week I had to do that custom image, which, by the way, Luke liked, but it's not the... This is just bang, 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 get it done. What happens when I'm under deadline is I, get it done. Anyways, file, copy. The one thing I can't wait to do is be done with this project so that I can clear it off my hard drive, put it on my backup hard drive. It's giant so far with all the source materials and things. Yeah. Downloaded one of these 3-part adventure arcs and it was 2 gig plus. So all kinds of fun. Alrighty, so now that we've got that, position ourselves here. We've got Clivian's Enclave set up. Oh, that's not what I want. Artwork. No, full page. There we go. That's what we like. came up with another t-shirt idea the other day that actually probably only applies to me or someone like me, but I will eventually create it just so I can wear it at shows. It's I'm so good I can GM with one leg tied behind my back. Yeah. Or not to brag, but I can GM with one leg behind my back. One leg tied behind my back. Because, you know, it's me. You do the one-arm version for anybody who's lost an arm. Really funny. All right. Let's import this. See what's screwed up. Cool. So with any InDesign project, legit, it's a lot of it is prep time, setup time. Just making sure you get everything For instance, if I did not have all of the paragraph styles properly set, then every time that I would import stuff, it would take me forever to do anything with. Oh, crap. Here's where we start getting interesting. So what happened with this is not actually it's not actually a style I have set, but somewhere there's a bad style set. It should actually look like this here. But somewhere somebody clicked off of something, and so it's not automatically set. And it's just a pain in the tail to do it correctly. To go through, and because it's before and after is messed up. So it's just easier to not worry about it and delete it. Like that. All right, let's see here. That must be Bethic Archeros, the dwarf. You may wonder why I do that off to the side instead of just doing it in the position here, because if I don't do that, then when I go to set it, it mucks up everything. And everything resets all the way down the chain. So it's easier, faster to do it that way. And holy crap, that actually worked out. I love it when a good improvisation comes together. Why is that like that? Is that like that? All right, well, let's look and see. That's heading 3. Why is that heading 3? That's heading 3. Oh, because I don't have that. Whee! I swear one of these days I'm actually going to put Luke's actual website in there as well. I know I don't do Patreon for anybody. If you're looking for another 5e person to do, legit, Luke's a good guy to follow and a good GM who works with 5e and PF2, moving into PF2 more and more because of, well, WotC, Hasbro. Good Lord, how long is this? Oh, okay. Let's see. How much do I want to do that? Seriously? What the heck? Almost. No, that's not where I'm going to put my half art because I haven't even got the map yet. But that's fine. All right. Yes, that is Danielle. That is him. Great work. Good guy. Genuinely good guy too. Actually lives in Michigan as well. Close enough that when we go to a couple of the different cons we go to, he's actually close enough to stop by and say hi. And last time we were at Capital City, we actually went out to dinner with him Saturday night. Oh, good Lord. Should this be in? I mean, is this a stretch to put it in to take it from just chatting to role-playing games? Because we're actually doing D&D 5e layout type stuff. Not that I want to work the system, but I mean, work the system. This. Yeah, that's true. I'm kind of curious if the RPG stuff actually gets more traffic. I mean, you could call it, gaming the system. I know, terrible pun. Huh. Maybe I need to read the Maker's thing and see what it looks like, because that might not be a bad tag. That could be interesting to drop into. Is this making? Is this? I never know with electronic stuff. Is it creative? Yes, absolutely. Is it making? I don't know. I asked that question once, and I had somebody tell me that they that writing, that actually producing books is not technically making, because I didn't do the printing, even though we do pod printing. Same people have no problem having people in a show that just 3D print other people's designs. So all they're doing is pushing print. So art, crafting, 3D work, painting minis. All right. Good answer. So definitely less this type of work. Wow, that would actually give me an excuse to start painting minis again, because I need that type of distraction. I used to paint minis all the time. Also used to adventure till I took an arrow to the knee. That's what you get. I'm just saying. So technically, this is artwork, right? I mean, there's definitely an art to this. And I'm not doing my own, but again, I don't know. I don't know. Definitions are so nebulous nowadays with a lot of that stuff. This will be interesting. a long table. Really long table. Of course, it's a lot of Lego builds. Yeah. Yeah, I'll try role-playing. I think we'll do role-playing next Sunday. Because it is definitely directly related to role-playing. And to be fair, until we hit first week of September, most likely, our Sundays are going to be a lot of this. This is my valuable time to actually do this stuff. Although maybe we'll do a MOLGM2K, whatever we called it. Anyways, we'll do the flashback episode maybe next week to break it up a little bit, because it'll be fun. It was fun last time when we're actually getting into the story where stuff starts to happen. Anyways. First 2 episodes, I think. We really didn't hit our stride until episode like 5. It kind of started gelling. Of course, that's what happens when you have never gamed together as a group ever. Fit a half pager in here somewhere. Good, we're there. That's good. Pager here. That might actually work. Part of me really wants to jump in and start doing. Yeah, it would absolutely always takes a little bit to get a feel for the character. That's close enough to a half page. It'll work. Now, it's so funny. Part of me really wants to jump in and do start working on a different setting for the game. I really want to come up with an original fantasy setting, which I have in the back of my mind, because it's a game I played. However, I still have 2 settings I have to write yet. At least 7 novellas that I have to write. 8 technically, because I've got one that's already started. Eight novellas. Finish Fringe. We'll eventually finish Victorian London. Fringe is going to have some source materials up for that as well. 8 novellas. At least a sci-fi book, if not a sci-fi trilogy. I think it's going to be a trilogy. Oh, looks like about 2 minutes for the next ad, which puts it right on time. Nice. And we'll see again. We'll see if it actually happens. But according to my clock, my countdown timer, anyways, really gotta do the sci-fi thing. This game originally started out in sci-fi. This game was not supposed to be, not even close to being a modern day urban fantasy. Hidden World's my our tabletop game, but that's what I was playing when we were testing it. What we were playing when we tested it, what we ended up running, what I ended up writing. So creating the game just seemed natural. My heart's always been in sci-fi. That's what I grew up with. Mountains of sci-fi books, actual paper books. I'm a book hoarder, not quite a book dragon, a dice dragon, not a book dragon. Okay, theoretically, we've got an ad starting soon. So if you go away, I'm still going to keep working. And I'll see you on the flip side. I'll keep talking. By the way, you can always subscribe and watch us through the break. Or I'm just saying. There we go. So theoretically, we're in an ad right now. Danielle, if you could tell me if that's true. No. Cool. All right. Kind of getting the feel for this. All right. Beautiful part of ads is you can actually take a break. I have no idea if, and I'm just babbling here because I don't know if YouTube gets a whole thing or the ads or what. I can really find that out. I hope they just pass through without the ads, but whatever. Probably not. Who knows? Probably should find that out. We It's been kind of fun though. Got a fair amount done so far. Yeehaw. We also have plans and actual rules written out for not just other versions, other genres of our Stealing Scenes game, available at oneleggedgm.com. But it's also we also have a dice game, which is stupid simple and going to be a blast to play. Literally, because it's called Gremlins and Grenades, so it's, you know, Gremlins with grenades, generally a bad idea. We also have a fun push your luck style card game planned called Sharks Have No Necks. Yep, Sharks Have No Necks. It's gonna be a blast. So, oh hey, that's gonna turn out just fine. Cool. See, now this music here actually sounds kind of EDM. Holy crap, that worked. Nice. I love it when a plan doesn't come together. I think we're back. Actually. Maybe. Anyways, one of the things I want to talk about before we reach the end of our time together here. You know what? I'm going to give it a couple minutes more. Anyways, a couple minutes more before I talk about that. Just to make sure we actually are back from break, and to give Daniel a chance to get back with us. Anyways, fun. Here.
Don't cry. Talk to me.
Cool. Danielle, I'm just verifying we should be back from ads, right? I can't tell this interface. Lies to me too much. Anyways, for those of you who are watching this later, one of the ways it helps support the channel is subscriptions, of course. I get, if you don't want to throw money at me, I get that. However, if you have an Amazon Prime subscription to Amazon, you're allowed a free subscription on Twitch to any channel you choose. It costs you nothing. It's part of your Prime benefits, but it actually counts as a subscription for us. Downside is you have to renew it every month, but the upside is you're helping out whichever channel you support. So if you're not using it to support anybody else, I'd love for you to support us and subscribe with us with your Prime, because that would help us out a lot, like a lot. And if not, that's okay. I mean, you know, fun stuff. We're going to be doing some other stuff as we start doing more actual, or as we start doing actual plays. We've got some rewards for, was it bits, and anyways, all that stuff is coming that will allow you to do stuff in the game to our players. I mean, yeah, to our players. I was gonna say with the players, but no, it's to the players. Let's be real. So all that is coming. It's actually planned right now. It's kind of up there right now. We just have to lay some stuff out. And that will absolutely be effective as soon as we start running some actual plays, which will allow you to really do everything up to and including an actual destiny point for or against the players. Against is always funnier for me. Not necessarily for them, but for me it's funnier anyways. Let's see here. What else? So I would appreciate it if you support me, and if you don't, if you have a Twitch or if you have a Prime service and you're not supporting anyone, I'd love it if you support me with a sub. But if not, sub someone else, because let's face it, you're just wasting it. That is not how I wanted that to go. Well, that was kind of cool. You're just wasting it if you don't actually use it. Costs you nothing. If you really want to be technical about it, costs Jeff Bezos something. If you really want to stick it to the guy who, well, is a giant piece of billionaire crap. Yeah, I said it out loud. I mean it. But anyways, all kinds of fun. So yeah, I'd love your support. If you should so choose. I can't talk today. All kinds of fun stuff. If you have questions about that, theoretically, Twitch should help you do it. That's all theoretical at this point, because Twitch is Twitch, right? Let's do... Oh, that looks pretty. I dig that. Especially with that darkness in the corner. It's the coolest one of those I've done. Here. Alright, we need... Before you say anything, yes, I know exactly what that looks like. It's not my choice. That was used in the prior book. I had to modify it. But it's also why I don't ever show the entire thing, because it looks like something natural, or it looks like a toy based on something natural. And I don't... Yeah. So, you'll notice I'm just going to say it. I removed the tip. Yeah. Why not? We'll just say that. One 13-year-old boy. Just one. That's from Maggie Weber. TikTok and Facebook movies. Freaking hysterical. She talks about bad advertising, bad design. And her motto is, just show one 13-year-old boy and you get it. She's not wrong. She's not wrong at all. Use that. Use that. No. Left. Giant space there too. Okay. So let's do. Creative. Needs to go. Yeah, and the stupid things that rich people buy is frankly one of the favorite. She riffed on, was it Justin Bieber? Who is apparently wearing, as a style icon, according to style magazines, 2 pairs of sweats, a sweatshirt. Yes, 2 pairs of sweats at the same time. A sweatshirt and some stupid Louis Vuitton. Let's face it, they were slippers with footprints on the bottom of them. They look like furry Uggs with footprints on the bottom. It was stupid. Just legitimately stupid. And $2,000 for the Louis Vuitton footprint slippers. I'm pretty sure that a lot of those fashion houses just start throwing stuff at the wall to see how many rich people will buy stupid stuff. My favorite experiment was, is it Payless Shoe Store, I think? Did an experiment where they did, where they took the shoes that they had in the store. Either Payless or someone affiliated with Payless. The shoes that were actually in Payless shoes, I think. And they created a French-sounding name out of it, put it in a mall as really high-end shoes, and people were willing to drop $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 on $20 and $30 tennis shoes or flats or whatever. Because it sounded pretentious. I mean, and then when they were asked, would you ever buy from someplace like from Payless or whatever? Oh no, never. I would never do that. Well, you just kind of did. I think that was the funniest part, was the look on their face when they're like, wait, I just bought what? Yep, you paid $1,200 for $20 sneakers. Congrats. You're a moron. Bless your heart. A little bit of South in me. Not much. A little bit. Agreed. Well, not totally, because I do put the logo of my t-shirts on the back tag that's outside, but that's because the brand is really funny. Yeah. I sadly am stuck with New Balance most of the time just because they actually support and last. Actually, I find it, I don't buy regular New Balance. There's a company out there that does, that basically takes certain shoes. New Balance is one of the brands that they do with specific models. And they rip the soles off and add. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. So they rip the soles off and then they add non-slip soles to it. Usually for restaurants or whatever, so you're in comfy shoes. It's called Shoes for Cruise. Not a paid endorsement, but I wear them because, well, when you don't have traction on your shoes as a amputee, life sucks. And I've found that they offer really good traction. Really good traction. So New Balance tend to be fairly comfortable for me. So I buy from Shoes for Cruise specifically. But I buy for comfort, not style, not for pretentiousness. I can't stand either. That could be fun. Where are we at? Wow. These 2 hours have flown by today. I like that. And we've talked about everything from actual projects to stupid rich people shoes. Welcome to hanging out around us. Around me specifically. Because, yep. Oh, I use that. Yep. All of that and graphic design and layout stuff. Fun. I always have to remember when I'm doing this that this is a bifold book, so this spread right here is actually 2 pages that need to look like they're one. Now, how I'm going to do that is going to be fun. Whatever. And voila. It doesn't even look like any of the other graphics on the bottom you've seen. It's all about being creative, and why the heck did you not stretched you that far? Why did you move that far? Okay. Danielle, you're absolutely right. If it's not tangents, it certainly would not be us, especially on this stream. I mean, it's absolutely true for our other streams as well, but freeform verbal spewing? Freeform verbal outlet. So, yeah, I think next week we're going to try it. So next Sunday we're going to do another Mystery OLGM Theater 2K. Whatever the heck I called it. I don't know. I made that up on the spot because I was bored. I will do that. Go from there. Let's do spread you. What's wrong with you? If we do that, Danielle can not only play moderator, but she can also chat. And actually get in on the discussion. Because it will be very much about I know part of it will be about WD-42. We're starting to get, let's see, where are we at in that? Oh yeah. That's where 2 and 2 starts coming together and making 5 for the crew. As it normally does. Wee fun. All right. Last little graphics. Let's go ahead and tuck you away. Let's see. That's beautiful right there. And not to make yet another pun, let's just go ahead and stop it. Let's just go ahead and put a nice little bow on this one. Right about there. All right. Let me set time. So, thanks a lot for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Danielle, as always, thank you so much for joining me as mod. It's great hanging out with you. Everybody else who is here, thanks for joining us. Thanks for stopping in. If you did stop in, if you're watching this later, why weren't you watching on time? And last thing of all, of course, hit the website, hit well, you're on the Twitch channel or not. Maybe you're on YouTube. Hit the Twitch channel, hit the YouTube channel. All the links are somewhere. I will toss them up one last time. Let's see here. There we go. So, hey, YouTube, it's youtube.com/oneleggedgm, twitch.tv/oneleggedgm, oneleggedgm.com. It's almost like I thought through this branding thing. Again, a couple reminders. If you've got a Prime sub that you are not using, please sub to the channel. I really appreciate that. It helps a lot. What else? Check out the new game, Stealing Scenes Action. It's fun, great, complete role-playing game, or tabletop role-playing game, fiction by me, all kinds of options available out there. Other than that, enjoy your games, have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Thank you very much for joining me on yet another one-legged layout and design. Next week, we are going to do whatever the heck I called them. Mystery. M-O. I don't know. Whatever it is, our riff on Mystery Science Theater 3000. One of these days I'll learn it. Maybe. If not, that's just the sarcastic in me. But yeah, have a great day. Have a great week. And we'll see you. Oh, Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. We are actually, I think it's this Wednesday. If I'm not mistaken, we actually be doing another Discoveries on Wednesday because we were off last Wednesday. So once again, join us for the intense looniness that is improv world development that is audience influenced and is absolute canon in my world once we come up with it. I have no idea about what the subject will be. We talked about that last time, or with our last meeting, and I have no idea. What were we doing? Anyways, you'll see us on Wednesday. Stop by, say hi, give us some options, give us some fun answers, and we'll go from there. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you folks